Red Ballad when it came out, was absolutely obsessed. It was like the big thing for me. I can't even tell you how many times I read it right then. Um, and then when I figured out I was going to take this course, because I got to register early through athletics at school, I wanted to wait to read Sunrise, because I figured we were going to read it as a class too. So it's my first time reading Sunrise right now, and it is absolutely soul crushing. I literally read one page and then have to take like a couple hour break before I go to the next one. But yeah, that's kind of my background on it. I really do love being in the class because, like Haley said, we do get to have so many conversations with people who are like actually going in depth into the book, and being able to like see everyone's different perspectives has been really cool. So yeah.
Cool. I guess like I'm so curious, like what is the ranking for the books for you right now? Like did Sunrise end up being one of your favorites or is it on the bottom for you? I know you guys haven't all like gotten to the end yet, but I'm so curious.
Me personally, I've read a lot. I've read them multiple times. Reading Sunrise for the first time, it's been my favorite since I read it. So
Yes.
Sunrise on the Reaping is my top. I don't even know if I could change, like I don't know. I probably the first one is just The Hunger Games is probably my second, just because that was my introduction, and I normally like the first book because it's just so interesting. And then probably Catching Fire, and then Ballad, and then Mockingjay would probably be my.
Hmm. Poor
Mm-hmm.
Mockingjay. I feel like it always
Yeah.
tends to be near the bottom, but it's so good. They're all so good.
They're all, it's like such a hard ranking, but
It,
like if I had to pick them
Right.
killing off as many people, yeah.
It's rough.
it's like being asked like a parent like who your favorite child is. I don't have children, but I have the Hunger Games, and that would be really hard for me.
It's
That's
like
so fair.
it's like trying to order something in the S tier rank. Like which one is the first in the S tier?
Yeah,
All 5 stars, but
yeah.
For real.
I guess I was thinking about this before we went live, but we, Gabby and I visited last year's class that Dr. Paradis was teaching, and a lot of the students like were paying attention to kind of different things as they were reading the book based on kind of like your interests or like your major. Is there like anything that stands out for you guys like with that?
I feel like I'm talking a lot, but it's
No,
okay.
go ahead, go ahead.
Uh, I'm a crim and psych major. So I find the psychology of every different character just to be so interesting, like the way that they all react to different traumas, and like the way that they all grew up so differently
Mm,
and behave so differently. So I
Mm-hmm.
just find that to be like, I wrote a paper on it for the class last semester for just the original trilogy, which I
Ooh.
I wrote entirely too much for what he told me to write. But I really enjoyed going really in depth with like how everyone presents their trauma differently. And whenever looking at Snow too, it's just like his psychology is just so crazy that it's just such an interesting concept to
hmm
me. It's like the difference in nature versus nurture is like one of the
Yes.
things that
Mm-hmm.
I like looking at whenever I'm reading the series, just because they all grew up so different, but also like all of 12 grew up decently similar as well. So it's just kind of
Right.
the way that they all behave differently is just so interesting to me. But
hmm
I would have
That's one
loved
of the
to.
cool things with Sunrise, I think, too, and looking at the comparisons between Haymitch and Katniss and how similar they are, but how different they are at the same time because of like kind of nature and nurture, like their upbringing, how they grew up differently.
Yeah, we
I
were
know.
talking about this for chapter two. Was it chapter one or chapter two?
I think both. It's been
Yeah,
kind of a
like
common theme.
I was about to say. So like I'm glad that you're here to talk about this too, because I feel like we'll be getting into some good stuff in this chapter.
Well, if anybody else has an answer for that, like that's I feel like such a cool question and like especially because you guys are college students, and like looking at it from very different perspectives, kind of depending on your discipline, I'd think. So if you have anything to comment about that, we'd love to hear.
Yeah,
Any
so
accounting majors?
Oh no, definitely not.
Darn it.
I was gonna
I don't
say.
mess with numbers at all.
Darn it.
But so my major is speech language and hearing sciences, and
Oh,
so
cool.
Oh,
with the same paper that Haley wrote her psych focus on, I focused on the dialects between the between the districts and how their geography affected that and their different lexicons and vocabularies that then correlate with each district and how that's perceived in the books and the movies. So I found that was really interesting because there wasn't a ton of research on it before. I was like trying to find some research when I was writing the paper and there was really nothing. So I thought it was super interesting trying to break down like the different specific words that were common between the districts and how they differed from people who were across Pan Am, and how like that influenced the way they interacted with each other.
I really need to read this paper.
Wow, I was
Right.
thinking like I need to read all of your guys' works.
I think
That's
AJ
so
would love
cool.
that.
Yeah,
My
that's what I thought too. AJ,
Yeah.
this is your thing,
yeah,
right?
like one of my studies in school was linguistics. I just think that that is so cool.
It's
Like,
so interesting. Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
I
like, what was kind of like what you figured out from it? I mean, like, I don't want to say like if it's a summary or anything, but like some cool things that you've noticed or discovered.
I would say because I did a lot of research into like actual geographical linguistics
Yeah,
of like what people in the US would say and where those correlate with the districts and like little catchphrases that were typically used. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head which ones they were, but like there were some specific Appalachian catchphrases that District 12 was like most common to use and we kind of see similar wording for like them choosing like different items to be named things that aren't typically used. I can't remember specifics off the top of my
oh,
head, but it was just so interesting
that's
to see
fascinating.
like the exact little words and like something that is the same thing in District 12 be completely different in District 4.
That is so. You are so cool.
Oh, thank you.
So cool.
Have you ever
hmm.
read the theory that Mags is actually, speaking of like language, the reason that Katniss can't understand Mags is because she's Spanish?
Yes, we actually did talk about that with
I
Dr.
think-
Paradis.
I think
That's
Paris
like my favorite theory.
Yeah, Paradis did debunk it in class, I
Oh,
believe.
come on.
Oh,
To
Yeah.
agree.
said that Sunrise
Yo.
debunks it.
The man himself. The
I
man
think-
himself.
Yeah, I think he debunked it because of how the fact that Hamish can understand her very well in
Mhm.
Sunrise.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe he's bilingual. You never know, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe she's bilingual. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I just like
the
after
theory that it's
certain
on the
events in
coast.
Sunrise, maybe that
Yeah.
changes.
I can,
Perhaps.
I feel like I can also chime in on this. Hi, everyone. Um,
hey, AJ.
but I also love that theory. I think it's a fun theory, but even before Sunrise, I was like, unfortunately, I can't subscribe to it purely because I don't think speaking a different language would be tolerated in Panem. And like
Oh, that's
Mm.
true.
That's so true.
when
That's a
you
good
look at
point.
like history and how colonization works, like not to this is so me to bring up, but like Ireland. Um, you know, like the Irish language was stamped out by, the British Empire. It was illegal to speak it and everything. Thankfully the language survived to this day, but like in a society or in a nation like Panem that I think would be even harsher with that. I'm not sure that even if it was just transmitted like verbally and in small areas and stuff, like I don't know how well that would survive. But it's a fun theory. I think she just either has like some sort of impairment from like a stroke or something, or maybe has like a very strong accent.
Mm, that's
Absolutely.
a good point.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that's it. Thank you. Thank you
Always
for my
love
TED Talk.
AJ talking about District 4.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
specialty.
Okay, do we want to
Right.
get into chapter 3? Or did somebody have something
Oh yeah.
else?
I wanted to introduce myself real quick. I'm Riley,
Okay, great.
and um, I've also read The Hunger Games pretty much in elementary school, and then I think I read Ballad close to when it came out. I watched all the movies, and then I read Sunrise right after it came out. So this is also my second reading of the book. It's just like so hard to read it again, knowing like what's gonna happen.
It's
But
a tough
it's
read.
such a yes, but it's such a good book. I love it.
Hmm.
And I'm an anthropology and psychology major, so I'm also interested in the psych aspect of the Hunger Games, but also like the history aspect. Like I like how
Yeah.
like the decades are like kind of our world are kind of mirrored in the Hunger Games world.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like it's like the 40s and 50s in Ballad, and now in Sunrise it's like the 60s and 70s. It's really
I think there are a couple clues in this chapter too that kind of hint to the
yes.
era as well. So we'll get into that.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So excited about this.
Yay.
It's gonna be a fun conversation.
Also, Dylan, I'm sorry, I think I didn't say your name, but I
Yeah.
see that you're on.
No worries.
My bad. Dylan is also here.
Yeah, I'm a business major here. So it's for me, I kind of look at how the Capital like markets their games and kind of how they do everything unethically. I mean, everything the Capital does is very ethical, but more so in the terms of actually promoting the games and how they run things. That's kind of like what I look at the most with me being a business major. So
Cool.
Shout out to the
Ooh.
business majors.
Yeah, how do you see accounting in the Hunger Games, Chase?
Well, we never learned about their money, so that sucks. But yeah, I
Ah,
mean,
there we do
I mean,
learn about their monay a
what are the
little bit
characters?
in this
Maybe.
chapter.
oh, well, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read.
Okay, that's okay. We'll talk about it when we get there.
The script coin, is that what
The
we're talking
script
about?
coin. Yeah.
Yes.
Spark
See,
notes it, Chase.
memory like no other right here.
Okay.
Sorry. I also wanted to introduce myself.
We have
Um,
a lot of people on tonight. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
my name is Maria. I am also a business major, but I'm focusing on marketing. And I had never read the books before taking this class. I actually had no idea that this class was going to be this in depth. I was watching all the movies with my friends my last week of senior year, and then I saw it on the catalog, and I genuinely thought that we'd be watching the movies and just talking about our thoughts, but it's obviously been a great experience. I've never dove anything like this deep before, so it's been pretty cool. But from a marketing standpoint, I think that I think Scholastic is doing a great job of just getting the books out there. The only reason that I'd never watched the movies up until this point is because I thought that they were just really like mature for me when I was younger, I guess. And my
Mm.
parents were never just like a big, oh yeah, you should definitely go watch that. So I think they've done a great job with the marketing, and I think the books also like the covers in particular are really captivating in the stores. So people always
Oh,
see them, but yeah.
Yeah, they stand out for sure. I mean,
they really do.
granted though, like they are my favorite books, so I'm always gonna notice them immediately. Just those three colors. Like
Okay. Was that everyone? Did I give
I
everyone a
can introduce
chance?
myself real quick too. I'm
wait, there's
Malia.
more.
I'm actually an exploratory major, so I don't actually really technically have a major. So
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
yeah, so it's really interesting to look at it from a broader perspective, I guess, since I don't have like a niche interest specifically. But I first read the original trilogy in like eighth grade, I think, and watched all the movies. And then I read Sunrise when it came out, but I didn't read Ballad until we read it in class, so like January, February. So I actually read those opposite, which was definitely really interesting. But yeah.
Cool. Love
I would
it.
love to experience Ballad like after reading Sunrise. That's kind of a cool order.
Yeah, it was really interesting because like going back and rereading Sunrise, I'm realizing like characters that get mentioned in Ballad that like they didn't mean anything to me the first time I read it. So it's just definitely interesting to read it now again.
Yeah, that's so cool. I feel like now that we have these prequel books and the original trilogy, like there's several different orders that people might come into it, and also different orders of people like reading the books first and then the movies, or the movies
Hmm.
first and vice versa. And it's just so interesting to hear how many different perspectives there are because of that.
It's kind of like this Star Wars argument. Do you watch
Yeah.
the
Mm,
older ones first and then the prequels and then the
which
new
I just
ones?
watched for the first time last
Ooh.
week. I
Wow.
know, isn't that
You're a better
crazy?
person for it.
Love the prequels. I thought they were
I've
great.
You
never
love the
seen
Yes.
prequels?
Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
They're great. They're
What?
great.
Those are
Prequels.
good.
Yes, they're
So
great.
good.
They're great.
Okay.
I
We
won't
gotta
Lots
stand
of
for
table
Star
All right,
Wars
all
that.
right. We don't have
discourse.
time to get into all that,
I
but
want to table that.
probably take us another hour.
Here, let me
What?
just there. Wait, boom.
Okay, chapter 3. So we ended chapter 2 with some heated discussion at
Yeah.
the train with Haymitch banging on the glass, and Lenore Dove was on the
Being a
hill,
theater kid.
wailing to the wind. Yeah, sad vibes. At the
Werewolf,
beginning of chapter
wolfy
3.
vibes.
We love theater kids.
Yes, we do. Um, I feel like at the beginning of this chapter, it's one of those moments where you start to realize how different Haymitch is, at least from like how I imagined him in the original trilogy. Like he's just so, it's all in his head, but he's so emotive. Like he's
Yes.
so emotional.
He feels deep.
Like dramatic. Not saying, I mean, obviously this is a very dramatic situation, so not like over dramatic, but almost kind of poetic
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
for a
heart busted
16-year-old.
into a dozen glassy red pieces, their hard, jagged edges stabbing into my flesh at every beat. That's not
Mm-hmm.
dramatic. I don't know. I don't know what is.
I love how he's just like, it's not scientific, but
No, which is kind
Oh,
of funny because how I kind of imagined Haymitch was more, I mean, I guess not scientific, but just more strategic, like
Mm-hmm.
logical,
Kind of
yeah.
pragmatic.
sarcastic. Like that's kind of who I thought he was as a teenager, and he's not at
He
all.
he's a lover.
He's a lover boy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think you would have such like deep musings, like internal musings.
And him thinking about everything that he has to give up, it's just
Yeah,
so emotional.
that's grief right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I also got really sad when he was like talking about or thinking about the future that he would never have with Lenore Dove because he thinks
Yeah,
he's going into the games to die, but then we, all the readers, know that like what
Yeah.
happens in the future. Like he's like a depressed alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I read that, I got
Oof.
really sad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that's what makes this book so much more emotional, like than the other books. It's
Yeah.
because
we know
we
what
know
happens
exactly where
yeah.
it's
in the
going.
end.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love the things that he lists that he will never be able to do again. It's just like it's so specific. Some of the little things, like plucking the goose feathers from her, like it's just such little things that you can tell just mean so much to him.
It's so romantic
It is.
too.
Yeah.
Like they're such a good couple, even though like we barely see any time of them together because he thinks back on all of these things. There's something also interesting on the end of page
Mm-hmm.
36 where we get the quote, "My mama on Pa's side used to say Sid was born looking on the sunny side."
Yeah. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabby, what do you want to say?
So, okay, this has got me back confused again, because later in this same chapter, he brings up his mama again, um, and how she doesn't want to talk about the winner of the 10th games. But same with Lenore Dove, she doesn't want to either. And so that confuses me with the language of the sunny side, because we know the iconic song of the words that I'm forgetting now, but it's the Sunnyside song,
Yeah,
right?
keep on the
Keep on the
sunny
sunny side of
There
life.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, are we supposed to infer something with this? Or is it just like, oh yeah, she probably knew Maud Ivory.
I wonder.
I feel like for
Or is
me,
she Maud
like
Ivory? Like what?
when I've
Like
read
that's
it,
crazy, right?
It's actually
because
coin.
that would mean that Haymitch is Covey,
Right.
right? Which
That's kind of
I think it's a little bit much.
Okay,
for them to both be
right.
Covey. I mean, it's a small district, right?
True.
But I think for me, I took that as showing how the Covey and their music and history has kind of become ingrained in the culture of District 12. So that's like something that they refer to.
Yeah.
It's like on
Right.
the sunny side. It's music that they heard in the past in the Hob.
Sure. That makes a little bit more sense, right? Not like a secret relational like conspiracy theory going on.
I mean, it could be.
Great.
It could be.
Nice, nice,
Listen,
nice, nice, nice. Well, at
Gabby,
least it's so.
you might have
Wait, go
done
ahead.
it though. You might have started it.
Well, I mean, it's at least like indicating that she knows Maud Ivory and potentially Lucy Gray because she doesn't want to talk about Lucy Gray. So maybe she's not directly Covey. Maybe she knows them very well though. So, and it would make sense of like, the Hey Mitch line, the family, they were part of like the, rebels and I don't know, like that what is it, Billy Tope, whatever his name was.
Yeah, really
I
tough.
mean, like who he was hanging around, I'm not sure. I think there's something to it though.
Yeah, there's some sort of connection there, whether it's like actual family connection or
Like
like
BFFs.
she,
Yeah.
yeah, and like would have been at the age where she was at the Hob, hearing the music.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a really interesting drop, the sunny side.
I love how
Um,
at the end of the paragraph at the top of 37, I just have to bring this up. Suzanne Collins predicted the Madame Morrible flip it around Wicked Witch meme just based on that. I don't know if you're familiar from the Wicked Press tour. Anybody?
Yeah.
wait,
Oh, yes,
explain it.
yes.
Wait, explain it to me like I'm
Michelle
5.
Yeoh, who plays Madame Morrible. I'm sorry, this is such a side quest, but she would go around to interviews and she would just say, "Madame Morrible, flip it around, Wicked Witch," and she'd say it like
Oh, okay, I've
every
seen it.
Oh,
single interview. And when I was rereading this, I read that part and I started laughing
That
so
is kind of
hard.
funny.
I was like, "CW, that's yours," and flip it around.
It's
It's
such a random thing to say.
uh,
Madame Morrible isn't even the Wicked Witch. All right, sorry.
thank you. I get that now.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I
That's
thought I was
good.
going
That's
crazy.
a good catch.
So on page 37, we also get some of the Covey history, like how they traveled from district to district, and like it's kind of brutal, like just stating that the children were kind of rounded up to District 12 and
Yeah.
like the adults were all killed.
It's weird to think about them driving in a pickup truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true too.
And transitioning from like the pickup truck and then they ran out of gas.
And they
And
had to
then
use
so they used
horses.
horses and so it like goes almost like back in time a little bit.
Oh, something to right before that, something I recently learned. The Hatfields and McCoys which is like Appalachian
Oh yeah.
family feuds, right?
I've been to that dinner
Had
so many times.
Well, apparently my partner is all descended from the Hatfields, but Hattie is I think that's referencing Hatfields because that's like a common nickname around here to reference like someone who is Hatfield, call them Hattie.
Yeah,
Gabby,
that's
you're so
true.
smart.
Oh,
As someone who's also from Appalachia, yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's so
I
interesting.
didn't think about that before.
It just clicked. Like I was up with the family this past weekend. I'm like, oh wait, like we called him Hattie because his last name's Hatfield. I'm like, oh, right. So that's just thought I'd throw that out there.
Didn't they do like distilling and stuff as well?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yeah, and family members may or may not still be doing that. I don't know. So
Who's to say?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about nobody. But yeah,
Wait,
That's
Suzanne's on
fascinating.
point. Yeah.
I would have never thought
are
that.
people still here?
What?
Are you still here, Chase?
Are you still here, Chase?
So on page 38, we also have a quote from Haymitch where he says that Lenore Dove's convinced that there must be people outside of Panem far to the north, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm. I love that that continues to be like a rumor that has hope that's passed down through generations.
Mm-hmm. Also, just more of Haymitch being so emo. Like, he's thinking about, like, the dreams for his future that are lost. Like, first he was thinking about just losing his family, and now, like, his life is completely different and, like, all the things he wanted to do that he isn't going to have. Which
Granted, though, if you were getting sent to a death match, like I would have these same thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so interesting comparing like his mindset though to Katniss. I know we've been doing that a lot, but she
You
was
can't
really
not.
just thinking about her family's survival. And like Haymitch isn't thinking about his family surviving really at all. He thinks they're gonna be okay. Like,
Yeah, which is kind of interesting to show like the weight of responsibility that
mm-hmm,
Katniss and Haymitch, the difference in that they must have been experiencing.
mm-hmm. Like Katniss didn't really have any dreams.
No.
Like that I can think of. And Haymitch is like sitting here thinking about all of the dreams that like won't be fulfilled.
Yeah, he's thinking about his future that he's lost, like this anticipatory grief, and Katniss is just thinking about, oh, my family's gonna die without me because they need me to survive. And that's to like so different.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that's like her that's her feeling, that's her like entire purpose
Yes.
is to keep them alive. Like ever since her dad died, it was just like she took it upon herself to keep her family alive, and so I think to her that's who she is. Whereas I feel like Haymitch was social and actually had friends and like a real plan. Like he wasn't the one always keeping his family alive. Like his mom was around and
Right.
helping to keep everyone alive. So I think that that's why his thought process is so different than hers.
That's a good point.
I think his mom was like the exact opposite of Katniss's mom after his
Yeah.
father died. I think he mentioned
True.
that. That like she started working harder
Well, didn't
Mm.
is it in
afterwards.
this chapter when he says like after Pa died, like she just went made soup and then just went back to work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
I
made
think
a
Yeah.
that's what
giant
it
pot
said.
Out
of
of
bean and
ham hock
ham
soup,
hock soup.
which ham hock soup is so good.
Yummy.
So good.
So yeah, it's very different. Katniss's mom is just like, I'm out of here. I'm checking out completely.
Yeah, which
Yeah, that was probably
I'm curious if that has anything to do with the difference in how they were raised. Like we see Katniss's mom, a little glimpse of her childhood and the different class that she was in. And they don't say much about Haymitch's mom, but I would bet that she was part of the scene too. So I'm curious if like if that plays a role in it at all, and their
Oh,
resiliency.
oh, I'm
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah, I like that. So page 39, Haymitch thinks about a games a few years back where the arena would go dark and the tributes would be attacked by weasels.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
I kind
I
of
thought,
love, like, it's so morbid, but I also love these random little details that we get of past games. Like, it's awful, but it's also so interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I read that, I literally laughed out loud.
Yeah, same.
It was I was like, that's it? Like that's the main thing that you remember from that games? That's so interesting.
Granted, would you
I would
forget
remember my
Crazy
fears,
Weasel?
though.
Yeah.
Like, things that I'm like, well, I really hope that doesn't happen when I get picked for the games. Like,
But I feel like I would
please,
feel
no.
that way about everything, about every year. But like the arena goes dark and we're attacked by weasels specifically. Like
Well,
what
we
was
have to set this trauma
what was the narrative
for
though? Like
later.
weasels are evil? Like I don't understand.
Well, yes.
I mean,
They're
yes.
capital Muppets, they are.
they
I was,
probably just started small and worked their way up.
I was about
I
to say I want to
guess.
know like
Gabby.
I want to know the
What? I'm what?
modification, like which animals they pick, like to modify.
Right.
Like,
Weasels is
let's
so
take something that
specific.
should
Weasels?
be kind of small and cute. and
And
make it
Oh.
as scary as possible.
Oh.
Like I want to know about more past Hunger Games and like what the arenas were like
then
and what
this,
mods they used.
this one sounds interesting with just the arena just getting dark randomly. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that would
Mhm.
That'd be
not be
so
good for me.
scary. Like
Makes me
imagine
wonder
having
like what the environment was. Like was it like a cave or was it just like a normal like
Just a
outside
room
area?
that goes
Ooh.
dark,
I hope
right?
she writes
Yeah.
I hope she writes a book about this one too, because like I love hearing the details of past Hunger Games as well. Like it's just because I don't think we're ever going to get like a book for every Hunger Games, which as much as I would love, I don't think that's possible. But it's cool to see these like little glimpses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Plutarch appears. Haymitch thinks I don't know what to make of this Plutarch, which
Me neither.
mood. And I like the quote, he's as unpredictable as lightning.
I underlined
Yeah.
that
Kind of
too.
a nod to Catching Fire.
Yes.
Yes.
Tattoo idea. Love that.
And then they go to the cool train compartment with the seats that I can just like I have those pictured in my head so exact for
Hmm.
some reason.
And how they
Mm-hmm.
feel.
Yeah, they're like so 70s to me. Like when I was
Molded
reading it,
plastic seats
I
in
yeah,
an
can't see
array of
it.
neon
it,
colors.
it reminds me of okay, well Gabby, remember when you were in New York with me? Like
Hmm.
I don't know if we went on one of the older subway cars with like the orange
Oh, yeah, yeah,
subway seats.
yeah.
I'm kind of imagining that sort of
Okay, that's
situation.
helpful
Oh
because
yeah,
I
okay, I
could
can
not see
picture
that in
that.
my head.
Like that was my first thought, honestly, was that. But I've also seen like 70s, like late 60s, early 70s chairs that are like that. Like just like bigger. I don't know how else to explain them. I can see if I can find some pictures. But that's when I got to the part in the book where I was like, oh, we're doing 70s. This is cool.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited to see the train.
Me too. At least it's not going to be a cattle car.
Yeah, total 180.
I'm really excited to see the whole movie played out with like the 60s, 70s theme in general, just because we had like the 50s-ish theme for
Mm-hmm.
Ballad. So I think
Yeah.
the whole bright colors and all that's going to be really interesting, kind of fun to see, especially like with all like the psychedelics, which I think kind of translates to the actual arena. I know we're not really at that part, but like
Right.
I think that that's just like super cool to look at just like by decade. So
Yeah. Some of the set pictures that we've seen too, like at least with like the posters that they have, like the propaganda posters, they're like trippy 1970s, like 60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah,
I
and
think
like
they're
the
doing
capes
stuff.
that they're wearing as well. Like
Yes, I'm
kind of
It's
obsessed
all
with
so
the
cool.
yes,
capes.
so good. Yeah. So that's like something I'm really excited for, just like
Same.
visually.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm on page 40, and we get the first mention of Haymitch calling Luella his sweetheart,
Oh.
which I
Oh,
love. Like that's one of those things that like connections that I really enjoyed reading Sunrise.
Hmm. Every time I say sweetheart, I think of this.
same.
Ugh.
I just like when he
Um,
starts questioning, where it says, "Hey, hey," she whispers, "it wasn't fair for how they took you." And then he's like, "For the first time, I consider this fair." I mean, I don't even know if he would have even thought it if it wasn't mentioned because I mean, we talked about it in past episodes. He's just complicit. Like,
and like nothing is fair to
no,
begin with, right?
that's,
Like there
Right,
is
like
no fair.
it's so insane that this is legal in the first place that you could even imagine like that any part of it, oh, technically that would be an illegal reaping.
yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. It's like,
The
I won't get
capital can
into
do
it, but
whatever they
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
So,
like, I don't really think Snow would care.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that too.
Which that also leads to the fact, like, do we think he even knew?
Did Snow know?
Yeah, about
I,
the entire reaping, or was he just broadcasted what everyone else was broadcasted?
I'm
my
sure he was aware.
I'm gonna
He
guess
has
that
some
he knew.
power.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like he was
guess that,
probably made aware, like
yeah.
informed about it, but like, yeah, not like involved in any way.
And I would imagine Plutarch used the footage as evidence of like getting a promotion.
Oh,
Here's my highlight reel.
yeah, I was about to say.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
actually really smart.
My portfolio.
His demo.
Yeah.
So funny. Okay, so page 41, Haymitch starts to kind of reflect on each of the tributes. He thinks about the fact that Maisley's a twin and that his ma lost twin girls.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
and
so interesting that she mentions like that Suzanne writes in like miscarriage or
Yeah,
stillborns, I
mhm.
should say, like that's really huge that she like brings in this topic in a very like I say pretty tactful way.
I feel like it makes it so much more emotional when they kind of agree to be like siblings,
yeah.
in the arena. Yeah. But right now he thinks she's pretty stuck up and she
Fair.
loves jewelry and she's kind of a bully. That's like what we know about Maisley. Um, I love how the food arrives and the detail of them each having like a Panem flag
Yeah,
in
I
them.
hope that
Like,
that's in the movie. I
yeah,
think that's
little
very cute.
details. But we get introduced to Maisley, and she makes this big deal about not having napkins and plates with their sandwiches. And she says, if you let them treat you like an animal, they will, which I think is a really interesting, cool strategy for her to have.
hmm Like you almost like demanding respect.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Which is also just really interesting after Ballad and all of the times that the tributes were very clearly compared and treated like animals.
hmm
And she's like refusing to be treated that way.
I feel like if this were to happen in ballad time, Maisley probably would have just been shot. They probably would have just gotten another one.
Yeah, honestly.
Because I mean, it's kind of powerful how she just like talks them down in like a way that like it's snotty, but like she's so right. Like I don't want to be treated like an animal. She's kind
Hmm.
of doing what PETA said is like I don't want to. What did he say? Oh my gosh, that they don't own
Don't
him.
want to be a piece in
Yeah,
their
he doesn't.
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a piece of the game.
It's interesting how they go from like Plutarch to the to Tibby.
Or
Basically
gang.
he's basically like they're our guests. But Tibby still has this like, oh, they're animals, kind of what every other capital citizen would have that view of. But and yet, where later we read how the districts are like the career districts are forming and they're uh like celebrated to be reaped and it's becoming this honor and it's part of your duty to your country to be in the Hunger Games. And yet there's this other side of the coin where you are lesser than you are an animal. It's like this really weird shift that's happening.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they still are like they're still borderline animals or treated like animals.
Subhuman,
Yeah,
yeah.
but by Katniss's time, especially, like they're celebrities.
Yeah, just because you're entertainment and celebrity doesn't mean you're viewed as a human being.
Yeah,
Sometimes much less so.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what Suzanne's trying to say here.
Hmm. Um, so we go kind of a little bit more in depth with Maisley being a bully. She used to call Haymitch itchy itchy Haymitchy.
Hate that.
It's kind of good.
it's, it's good. It just sounds gross. I don't like it.
I
I
don't like
love
it.
it. I love it.
And she used to bully Luella's sister, so both of them not into Maisley, don't want to be allies with Maisley. Wyatt's kind of off on his own. He's like staring at a sign. I think he's like dissociating a little bit. Like he's got like the fidget with the coin.
Me too, man.
Yeah, can relate.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I thought this was interesting on page 43 that I didn't really notice the first time, where Hamish was saying that like everything is plastic because he thinks
Yes.
that makes it easier to sanitize, which I think I just kind of passed over that the first time, but it stood out knowing what awaits them when they get to the Capitol, like the
Yeah.
Right.
showers and everything.
Well, also too, plastic ware was really popular in the 60s and early 70s. Like plastic cups, plastic plates, plastic bowls. Like I think that's also adding to like the aesthetic of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember my grandparents having like all this like plastic dishware, and it was honestly really gross because like you can't really clean it that
Yeah, I
properly.
feel like you can't
Right.
clean it as well.
Yeah,
Like
you
it starts
really
to kind of
can't.
fray a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
like it
know.
scratches and stuff gets
Like,
into the
give me
scratches.
glass to
Yeah.
sanitize.
But
Um,
there's like a picnic set that I saw on Tumblr from the 70s that it looks exactly like how I imagined this looking, just like with the plastic cups and stuff. It's very, very 70s.
okay, interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they like keep that like plastic everywhere kind of
I would
look.
love that. I'd love that.
Um, Page 44, Hamish thinks about escaping a few times, which I kind of forgot about, but I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting. He's kind of decided that he would rather just go out right now. Like maybe Woodbine Chance had the right idea.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting how that line, the food lifts my spirits a bit. So cr so crazy the difference between Ballad and Soder because of them being deprived of food and their attitudes. And he gets a few sandwiches. He's like, all right, time for me to make my break.
Yeah. I mean, hunger is a weapon.
Mm,
Hmm.
the Hunger Games, it is called.
Whoa,
Also,
bro.
though, I do have to say a side note here. The sandwiches sound really good.
They do,
Like the
honestly.
roast beef.
Yes, I want a
Yeah, sounds
roasted
like it
sandwich.
slaps.
I always want the food in the Hunger Games. Like I think about that pink frothy soup all the
Yes,
time.
Yep.
with the one that's like the
Mm-hmm.
raspberry one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about cheese buns? Anyone think about those?
Oh yeah.
A
Savory,
nice
sweet, or both.
savory cheese bun.
Love the
Not
savory.
Love the sweet, but savory.
Oh my God.
They're
Um,
savory with a little sweetness.
so they go to another train car and they're watching like the reaping recap that's playing on TV. And I love Drusilla comes in with like, I think she has like a Bloody Mary
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's like a red drink with like vegetables.
She's like
Um,
jacket open, like at the end of a long day, she needs a drink.
she's just like so like vapid, like coming in talking about like her appearance and like talking about the appearance of the other like escorts and everything. I just love her character so much.
I can't wait to see this.
Glenn Close is gonna like completely eat this. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so good. She comes in and they're watching the recap and they're seeing like the career tributes and obviously feeling intimidated. And I hope this is the movie, but Drusilla says, "You lot better be able to run."
Ooh.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like doesn't even say it in
Yes.
a mean way. Like it's just a fact.
Ooh.
it's so rough.
It's just baffling to me how she just doesn't even see it as barbaric, even saying something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they're humans, and like you can tell, like you look at them, they don't look like animals, and you're like, well, you better be able to run. Like that's just crazy to me. I don't know. Like,
I'm just like, it sucks for you. Like that.
yeah.
like
I
I
mean,
don't
wait.
know.
It's so different too from
Yikes.
Effie and like
Hmm.
later how the escorts are at least pretending or believing that, this is some great honor. And Drusilla's not like that at all.
He just seems to like hate everything. Like, I don't know.
If I lived there, I'd hate everything too.
If my skin was pinned back, I think I would hate everything.
Just a perpetual headache, probably.
Yeah.
Taking it out on everyone.
Priscilla just like perpetually makes me nauseous. Like
Oh.
Yeah, it's
in
so
every
gross
way.
to think
Like
about.
there's like the psychological nausea and then also like physically. Like I just
Yeah.
find her gross. Like
Yeah, me too.
and I think that if I were faced with her, I would have a very hard time. Like I just would want to like ruin her life. I don't know.
Yeah.
She seems hell-bent on making everyone else around her miserable, and so I would take that as a challenge to make her more miserable than me.
Yeah.
Okay, Rosalie.
I know, I was gonna say Rosalie.
Also,
I
I like
think,
how she says you lot better be able to run. Like lot is very British. I think
yeah.
Yeah.
from what we're gathering from capital accents, at least in the movies, it sounds more British. I think in the books, it's more like California. That's kind of what I got. Um, just going.
Okay, linguistics people.
It's so cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I always headcanoned it as like transatlantic kind of.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Also because like I just like how the transatlantic accent wasn't real. Like people didn't actually speak that way. It was just like a thing in the movies for a lot of it. And that feels very capital to me. Like it's not sincere.
Absolutely.
It's just like a fake thing that they all decided to just do.
So we have a brief mention of the possibility of who their mentors are going to be. Haymitch reflects on the previous victor from District 12, but doesn't really know anything about her. Nobody in the districts really knows anything about her because they
Maybe
didn't have TVs back then,
Suzanne
and
should
no one
write a
wants to
book
talk
about
about it. Oh,
her.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying Suzanne should write a book about her.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that'd be
joking.
great.
I'm joking.
But it seems like it's typical that the mentors are picked from just the other victors from other districts. Um, so that seems usual, but we don't know who they are yet.
Exciting.
And then Plutarch
Um,
brings up, oh, sorry, somebody gonna say something.
yeah, Chase here. I was just gonna say, I wasn't a huge fan of that. To me, that seemed a little like you don't want the districts to communicate, but then you're gonna allow them to go mentor their. I don't know. To me, that just didn't
Hmm.
really connect for me.
Do not even get me started on that.
That was like the first one. I was like, "Ooh, where are
Okay,
we
so
going with
who
this?"
who would you want the mentors to have been?
I, Probably someone from the capital, if not like some rando from their own district. Like I don't know,
I
the
don't think
chief
they
of
should have
police or
had.
something.
They just don't have, like, you're
Yes.
just out of
I
luck.
could agree with that too.
Yes.
Yeah, I could agree with
Yes.
Earn it, but
Especially
Work it, earn it.
because it's 12 and we know that Snow has beef with 12.
Mm.
That's just me.
I just
Good
think it would
point.
make even more sense. Like they have trainers in the Capitol for the obviously the training sessions. So like, why aren't some of them just being used? I think that would have even pushed the cruelty too with another Capitol person. And maybe that's why she didn't do it. Maybe it was going to be too much like Capitol presence, and it's too on the nose of like they're enjoying it. But I don't know. To me, it was just kind of weird. That was the first like, ooh, this is reading like fan fiction.
I understand that.
Like it's the Avengers.
Yeah, but I appreciate what it brought to the story, question mark.
Hmm. I'm curious, like
Convincing.
everyone else who's not usually on, because I feel like we've talked about this a little bit before. But what did you think about the mentors and how Suzanne handled that?
I remember I was so excited. Um, and I remember that I was just really excited with the way that Mags handled Haymitch, and then looking back and then like remembering everything from the original trilogy and the way that Haymitch was just like he was chill with Katniss wanting to ally with them. And I think that because everyone sees them as like I mean obviously Mags was super old and Wyrus was seen as absolutely insane. So like I really appreciated the way that we actually get a reason why he was okay with it, if that makes sense. Like he felt like it was a smart choice.
Hmm.
Because I felt like if he wasn't mentored by these people, I don't think he would have been as apt to be like, yeah, you can mentor with these people. Like I feel like that wouldn't make as much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, yeah, she had to retroactively make that connection.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Me
could.
personally, I think a big part of like why Snow keeps having like past Victor's mentor, one because he saw I'm a big believer of like Snow changes the games because of his own personal trauma and like
Absolutely.
what happened to him. So I don't think he would have anybody from the Capitol mentor them just because he's Snow. But
Hmm.
I think a big part is that he doesn't want people to like ever like leave the games. Like those who die in the games never left the games, and the people who got out the victors, like they're stuck and they're trapped pretty much every single year, just having to relive and go back to it. And I think that's just another part of his control of like wanting them to also feel like they've never left the games.
Wow, yeah, I could
Yeah.
totally see that.
Especially with bringing back Max, as she's literally from the 11th games and this is the 50th.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even know how old would she be. Like, yeah, she'd be like 50 something at that point. So it's like he's still bringing her back to the games, even though
Hmm. I wonder if that's like he's got some personal beef with her too.
maybe.
Hmm.
He's got
She
personal beef with
was right
everyone.
after his game.
Yeah. I mean, I could just see it just being like a continuing form of punishment, just in general. Because I mean, nobody ever wins the games. Like it's very messed up.
And nobody in 12 ever wins. And so maybe he just wants to make sure it stays that way.
Yeah. Because it is really weird. I mean, he makes the point where like the candidates who'd be pariahs if they led District 12 to victory, while their own tributes died. That's one crazy dilemma to have. like, I didn't even like. I don't think I caught that the first time I read this. I didn't even think about the implications of that. That's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
that would have to suck. Like people would probably hate you so much.
I don't want to derail the conversation further on this because I definitely could, but I just
Go ahead, AJ.
no, no, don't give me that kind of permission. I just feel like there are ways of achieving all of that without making them direct mentors for 12.
Yeah, I
I don't
understand.
I don't disagree with all the points that have been brought up. I just don't know that making them mentors for tw District 12
Hmm.
tributes is the only way to achieve that or
Sure.
the best way to achieve that personally, both as like in the story, like within the canon, but also for like the world building of it. I don't necessarily feel like it's the best, but that's just me. And I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that because I don't want to get on my soapbox about this, but yeah.
I can see that. I mean, the book's pretty short. Like there could have
Yeah.
been more. We could have seen a little bit more from other mentors, even if they weren't District 12s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also am being vague because I don't want to get into spoiler territory, so there's that. But
Right, right, right,
we
right.
can circle back to that once we get to the end. But
Okay, yeah, remember that because I'm curious. Yeah.
yeah, I have thoughts.
So I think we're on page 46. So Plutarch brings up the concept of card stacking. So how, he does his propaganda in the videos, rearranging the clips around to kind of change the look and feel of and the timeline of how everything happened. I like how he says stress the positive, ignore the negative.
I I'm so excited to see this done in the movie. Like just to see how different it looks. I'm sure it's going to be very jarring.
hmm And we get the start of Drusilla and Maisley's little back and forth feud, which I absolutely
Yes.
love. Like Drusilla says that, they should be thanking Plutarch for how good he's making them look. Um, and then Maisley claps back with, made you look competent when you couldn't even pull off a rebang.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Banger line.
I feel like she was solidified as like a favorite
Oh, absolutely
from
same at
this
that moment.
moment on.
Mhm.
Absolutely agreed.
And it reminded me of how Haymitch kind of spoke to Katniss in her games. Or at least I know in the movie there's a line of like he's making you look desirable in reference to Peeta
Hmm.
declaring his love for Katniss.
Yeah, I like that. And then we end the chapter with Haymitch thinking about how he's basically the Capitol's plaything, and he feels like Plutarch is really only being nice to them as a means to his end, right? And that's kind of solidified with the Capitol attendant coming back in and bringing a birthday cake for
Ooh,
Haymitch. And that's chapter 3.
wow. She knows how to end a chapter.
Always. Does anybody have like a favorite chapter ending? Yeah, Chase, we know yours. The ants boring into the eyes.
So good.
Oh, that's a good question.
Wait, can you say it again, Emily?
Maybe we need to like I feel like we've done like a tier ranking in the past of different things. We should tier rank chapter endings.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
That'd be so
please.
fun.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Absolutely.
I'd go
Yes.
crazy on
I'm gonna
that.
have to set that up
Okay,
for a
please
future
do.
episode.
Yeah, let's do that.
I guess anything else about the chapter that we missed? I know we went pretty fast through the pages.
It's like there is a lot that happens in this chapter, but it's mostly like internal.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everyone to remember that, hey Mitch, he may not be a reliable narrator about Plutarch. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying at Chase.
trust your gut. Don't trust him.
Well, we are at time, but we do have a little bit more to talk about, I feel like movie-wise. So we'll probably transition to that. So for our students, if you would like to hop off, that's perfectly fine because it's been an hour. But we do have some movie stuff. If you want to stick around and chat with us, that's also totally fine. So I think, Ronnie, do you want to go one more slide?
Oh yeah. I just
Oh,
have these four.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a couple of slides, but I guess I don't know why they're not showing up. But I guess the first thing I wanted to talk about was we're getting some merch finally.
Woo!
We have, I think, like a mug
With this
on the
logo.
Hunger Games, like Lionsgate website, and we have a t-shirt. So things are coming.
Yes, this is a
And
good sign.
in lieu of pictures, just look at this poster and imagine it on a t-shirt and imagine it on a mug,
Mug.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can find the link because
And I do love this poster so
It's
much.
so stunning. And it also goes to like the thing that, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get to it, the thing in Chicago, um, how similar it is.
do you want to stop sharing and reshare?
Yeah,
Because I just think it's way more fun to like actually look at stuff.
I do too. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Technical difficulties. Okay, got it. Boom, 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 boom. Share.
I feel like things are really ramping up in terms
There
of
we go.
promo,
Look
so
at
it's been
that.
like
Yeah.
a super exciting week. There we
Oh,
go.
Ooh.
See, I worked hard on this,
Yeah.
so
no, that's really good.
Yes.
there's our lovely mug and t-shirt. And hopefully we get way more stuff, but is there anything that like people are hoping for merch?
Wait,
I want an actual Flint striker. I mean, I'm
I
sure
was
we'll get that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
I
about
I
to
was
say
gonna say
that.
that too.
want a
Like a
fun
little like
striker.
replica of it.
I want a
Especially
fun
the one in the
striker.
movie, it looks so cool.
This is
Or
another
maybe
thing where I'm like, don't even get me started on this.
Right,
it'll
right.
be in the top left
AJ's
corner.
Instagram handle is the Hunger Games Collector. So
yeah.
Yeah. And
there you go.
I have officially run out of shelf space. It's actually becoming a problem, and I've been storing other editions of the books. I'm not kidding, guys, on the pillows of my bed. It's becoming an issue. Is that going to stop me from getting future Sunrise merch? Absolutely not. But like,
As someone who is, as someone
I'm
who
gonna
has
have
been
to move out here
AJ's,
pretty soon.
as someone who's been to AJ's Hunger Games collection, yes, I don't really know how much more you can fit.
No, it's actually like it's a problem. I have things in boxes and I do like rotations for what's on display.
I do
Yeah.
like. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, I was just gonna say I've never done cross stitch in my entire life, but I really want to do this one.
That looks
It looks
cool.
hard, but it looks really cool.
And
And
I
then
Do
feel
you
like I
know
could start my cross stitch journey with
yes,
this.
I've always wanted
Mm.
to try it, so I'm like, why not with the Hunger Games?
do
Just
we
to
know if like
trophy is in the top left corner.
What was that,
yeah,
Chase?
What is that?
So
Is that a trophy?
it's a
These
pin.
aren't like from Lionsgate specifically. I think they're
Oh,
from another company that like has licensed
aren't they
the
like,
Hunger Games.
have you ever
Yeah,
been to a Barnes and Noble and like by the registers there's usually like
Little
the little
knickknacks,
knickknack boxes.
yeah,
you know?
and
But
I
I think it's a
remember
really cool sign that like there are things being licensed.
hmm
I want the pin. I don't know if it's any different than the other Mockingjay pins, but I have like every Mockingjay pin, so I need this one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Apparently,
good reminder. I need to hunt that down.
yeah,
Merch
it's
is coming.
oh,
Clear your shelves. Start now.
Okay,
Move
another
Be
along.
like
thing
me.
I want to talk about, I think it's the next slide,
oh.
is
I was
Yo!
so
So
Games
scared
bad
for
for
that
that.
Roblox.
Yes.
slide.
I
Oh my
can't
gosh.
wait. Oh man, we're gonna
Has
have some
anyone
fun late
jumped into
nights.
this
Yes,
except for Jerry and I?
I
There's
started.
us in the corner.
I'm 30 years old and I've played Roblox once, so I did try it. It's very confusing to me, but it's cool to look around. I don't really
I
know
feel
what
like
I'm
it's
supposed to be
so
doing.
fun.
It's
Like
so
I like it
cool.
even more than the last one because for Ballad they
Yep.
had kind of little challenges and it was like right in front of the academy. I can't remember if they had anything else. But this is cool because there's a map and so far they have the capital and they have District 12. So I don't know if they're going to open up like more locations on the map, but District 12 is really cool. There's like um Henry River Mill Village, like the houses in District 12. There's the bakery, the mine. You can go in and like actually like mine
I
the
didn't
different
know
like
that was,
rocks and stuff.
that's kind of weird, but
Um,
like Webkins.
it's fun.
Legendary crown of
There's
wonder.
me like busking in the Capitol in front of Tigress's boutique. So yeah, it's fun. I hope they add more stuff to it.
Whenever
it's
I was little, I I would play the like Hunger Games that they had on Roblox, but it was like literally the most jank thing on the planet. Like it was just like a regular arena with like trees and you could
Yeah.
get like
Mm-hmm.
swords and
Yeah.
whatever. And they like
Yeah.
would put you in like the training outfits, but that was literally it. Like that was the only thing that was
Oh
the
my
same.
gosh.
I mean, now it's like here are these crazy locations.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love how they had Roblox and like I downloaded it for the first time and was like at my 30 years of age, you know? Like playing Roblox Hunger Games for the first
That's
time.
exactly how I feel. But it's fun. I don't really know what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, I'm very confused by it. I need somebody to give me a tutorial.
You just run around and have a good time,
That's
Ronnie.
okay. That's how I live my life. So
Mine some coal, put on
We'll
some capital outfits.
we'll do a group play.
yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, we should.
Also, the buildings in this do look kind of different than like the movie. Like the bakery, especially, doesn't really look like I mean, it kind of does, but like not really. And like some of the buildings in the Capitol look different. So I wonder how much of this is sunrise influence,
Mm,
and
that's
if these
interesting.
might be locations that we might be seeing in the movie.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hmm.
That's what
Okay.
like that was my first thought, honestly. I don't know. I just like Tigress's boutique sign. It's just so like basic.
The guitar, that's awesome.
Iconic.
Okay, and we do have to talk about the next slide. Like,
This is
what?
so weird.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, what am I looking at?
It's a Mockingjay.
It's a
Oh,
Mockingjay.
Apparently.
right. I totally see it now.
I thought it was an airplane for a good bit. I was like, what am I looking? Because I didn't notice
It
the
needs like the
shape.
arrow,
Yeah, and it needs a
Yeah.
but I guess
sun.
it's sunrise, so it doesn't have the arrow, but it's shaped like the original. So I don't know. It's cool though. So this is like an art installation that is randomly in Chicago, like by the bean thing, right?
Yeah, Millennium
Yeah.
Park. The
So
Chicago
that's all
people.
we know. Like,
Yeah,
Wait, but
if
also, did you guys see that they
they changed.
changed the sign already?
I
They
did, and
changed
I
the sign.
added a picture of it, but I don't
Because
know why it's not showing.
the thing is, so me
Sorry.
and Sam LOL, someone finally, shout out,
My
and
queen.
I were seeing each other today, and we were gonna go and try to like see if New York City maybe has one. The thing is, like, there's a billion parks here, and we were like trying to narrow it down, like process of elimination, like where could this be? Um, and we didn't find anything, but we were just kind of scouring the internet, and then there was a comment on someone's post saying like they changed the sign, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, I uploaded a reel, and lo and behold, they already changed the sign. It has a different quote now. So, as far as we know, they changed that within a day, which begs the question, has this already been changed before it was found? Like,
Yeah, because like if
Rip.
you look at it, you're not gonna be like, this is Hunger Games. I'm sorry. Like there's
Yeah,
no sign that
so it
says Hunger
said
Games.
nothing you can take from me was ever worth keeping, and so I think that was made it kind of questionable. Is this Sunrise promo? Is this just somebody's
Well,
own
the
It's
art?
a form
Is
of
this
protest. Yeah.
well, I
But
wonder.
then they changed it to all the birds I've encountered are vicious, which is a Sunrise quote.
Yeah,
So, okay,
mhm,
this is, and it looks like the arena,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
which is really
and
cool.
Nina Jacobson has at least somewhat
implied.
subtly implied that this
Yeah.
is part of marketing. It is just very bizarre. Like,
Right, like
Yeah.
there's
I'm
And
no
not mad.
also,
branding.
what was interesting is that she said, "Aren't they beautiful?" Meaning they, implying
Yeah,
there's multiple ones. So it's like,
Right.
then it
I'm
makes,
telling
so
you.
Or like they the
We're,
flowers.
I was also able
oh.
to find the name of the florist company, whatever, that
Oh,
like made
okay.
How do you
this.
do
Did
that?
you call them?
How do you do
I'm
that?
We
I'm
love
insane, guys.
sleuthing.
So we were like, okay, maybe that's where there'll be answers. And that company seems to be Chicago, Detroit, and Milwaukee based, so like very local to the region. And it makes sense because it's flowers. It's not like they would be shipping like flowers and botanicals like cross country, like whatever, because I don't know how well that travels. But they didn't seem to have anything specific on their social media um either. And so I'm wondering, like, is it going to be one city at a time? Is it going to be simultaneous?
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, very interesting. And
Interesting.
very interesting, and yet I have nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing
Well,
from
AJ,
that. It all just goes to dead ends.
if I had to guess for a park for them, it would either be Bryant or like Union Square Park
Yeah,
or
I had sort of,
Madison.
we did go to Madison Square Park because they do like installations there
Yeah,
pretty
they have beautiful flowers
periodically.
there.
And there was a gap in their schedule on their website today, so we were like, But we went there and there was nothing.
Yeah.
And then we also thought about Washington Square Park, but we didn't make it out there today.
I don't want to
Yeah.
trust one of these things around NYU kids.
I don't, the thing is, okay, I'm a New Yorker, I'll say this, but like, I don't even trust this in New York City.
That's
Like,
also
anyway.
true. That's
And then
also
we were
true.
like making jokes. We were like, what if it's just in a random subway station somewhere?
Canal Street.
Or it's out by like Gracie Mansion or something. I don't
But
know.
apparently there's not much security around these. I've heard from boots on the ground reporters that there are just two security guards and people are walking on it.
I'd
So
be so tempted to like
I would
pick a
steal a
flower,
flower.
you
Steal a
I would
know?
steal a
flower, yeah.
flower.
Be hard not to.
I can't
Yeah,
wait to see it in my city.
Yes.
Right.
yeah.
It's just it's
I'm just
very
so curious if they're gonna keep if it's just this one installation and they're going to keep changing the quote, or are there going to be multiple? The changing the quote thing really
Yeah, that
throws
threw
me
me
off.
off.
It's like
Also, because it's like if it went from like a ballad quote to a sunrise quote, are they going in like chronological order? Is there a pattern? Am I reading too much into this? Am I not reading enough into this? I don't know. There's
Nothing
so
you
many
can
questions.
say.
that's exactly how I feel about this, where it's like I feel like I'm either overthinking it or not thinking about it enough. Like
Yeah,
it could just be like a random thing, but I'm also just like, but why? Like
right.
this isn't I mean, it's marketing, but like it's very subtle marketing.
They needed like branding, like people were saying. They needed like the Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping on it.
Yeah.
It just looks so random.
Yeah.
And it
Mhm.
And
doesn't
like
it just
also why Chicago? Like no hate
Yeah,
to
Chicago.
Chicago, but
Yeah.
why Chicago and why start there?
I
You
just
know?
love that people from like our fandom randomly found it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
They broke the news.
visiting each other anyway for like a friend trip or something, and then just stumbling upon this like huge marketing thing. It's crazy.
And like I feel like if I looked at that without seeing the sign, I would never even guess it was Hunger Games related.
Well, now and it started this like weird, like not fear exactly, but like we were walking in the street and because it's April and it's springtime and stuff, there's a bunch of flowers just generally everywhere. And every time I see a freaking tulip now, I'm like, sunrise? Like, you know?
I do think it's really good promo. Like
It's
it's
cool.
really
Mhm.
cool. But we got to
I'll
be
go on
telling
it.
people that the
I
movie comes out.
I don't think it's good promo. I think it's a cool sculpture, but it's not promoting anything.
If
Yeah.
it was promoting, it would be cool
It
promo.
would be very cool. Yeah, just give it a sign. Just give him a little sign.
It's
Do a flash
promoting
mob.
Moss.
I wonder if something is going to be added though.
Oh, that would
Like
be
I don't
so
know if
cool.
we're like driving up curiosity here, like
There's
what is this? And then they're going to add something to it or do
I didn't even
something at
think
this
about that.
location.
maybe take away a little bit from it. It's a little crowded for. That's a lot of flowers.
Are you a florist now, Chase?
I, I dabbled in that. My minor is floralry.
Well,
After
Oh
I
April
my gosh.
15th.
Always something.
I know. It's like the beef that something was like too good and that made it bad. What was that? Was that last week?
yeah,
Sorry.
sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
No,
that
it's
was
good.
me.
No, it just reminded me of that conversation. That's all.
I do like the bird. It reminds me of the bird on A Bug's Life at the end when they try to scare away the grasshoppers. It does remind me of
Yes.
that. So I do appreciate that because I really love A Bug's Life.
Shout out.
Well, I'm definitely gonna watch that after this. I'm just saying.
It's amazing and does not get enough credit. Sorry for the tangent.
I mean, I feel like if nothing else, this is just making everything feel so exciting, like something's coming, like more is coming. Like not even just a trailer too, but just the promo, like things happening, and we don't really know exactly what's going to happen or how the movie's going to be promoted, which is just fun to be experiencing again.
Yeah, I'll take anything. I'm excited that everyone's getting like stuff's happening, I guess.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
things are happening. Things are
I feel
happening.
like we're definitely getting a trailer like the week of CinemaCon. I feel
Yeah.
like April 20th tribute talk. I feel like we're gonna be doing a trailer breakdown.
So make sure you have those 6 hours booked into your time slots. Everyone.
Right. It's gonna be a long night, guys.
Call of work.
Wait, Emily, what date did you just say just now?
It's
Sorry.
on 4.
I
It's on
think the
420.
20th.
The
Like
20th?
not next Monday, but the Monday after.
Okay. I'm going on an 8-day business trip
Oh,
starting on the
come on.
23rd.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but the thing is also like barring me being on a plane, like I will be there. Like I will find a way to be
I
there.
will,
Okay. I
will
mean, there's
not be there.
always an emergency tribute talk possibility as
True.
well. So
True, true. I'm just
Everyone
saying,
just hold on to your seats.
yeah.
I guess that's kind of it for this week. I mean, we also got sort of confirmation that Woody's going to be in the movie, but like we already knew that. right?
Yeah.
So,
I
I mean,
didn't.
but it's exciting.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh,
Woody.
Hooray. Um, well, I guess that's it for this week. This was super fun. I know our students hopped off, but thank you guys for joining us. We're looking forward to having more students in the coming weeks to talk about the upcoming chapters. And this was great. We'll see you all next week.
I remember when I used to come here as a student. It's like a new generation has taken over.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.